Welcome to Survey English. Today's video is a very interesting one. We'll be talking about 7 big PTE rumors, false things about PTE which are going around. You should not pay attention to these 7 things because if you start paying attention to these 7 things and start doing as they suggest, then you will be risking your score. So like I said, there are a lot of rumors going around. Most of the times they've been put out by so-called experts, right? They say these things because they want to come across as experts. They want to show that they know something about PTE Academic which others don't know. So they make up these false, illogical statements, things, these inside secrets, and then they spread them so that people should pay attention to them. And I've seen a lot of test takers believing these things honestly, and when they do, it only affects their score badly. So that's why I've put this list of 7 rumors. If you hear someone talking about these, or if you come across these, just run away. Don't listen, don't pay attention to these. The very first one, now this is the most popular. A lot of people, a lot of so-called PTE experts will say, in speaking, it doesn't matter what you say. Some of them say that you can even talk about how you came to the test center. You can talk about how your day has been, and as long as you are fluent, as long as you are speaking fast, it will not matter what you say. This is entirely wrong. The PTE Academic, it has a definite weightage for the content. So for example, you are given a described image which is a graph on the economy, and you start talking about pollution, or you start talking about how your day has been, then the computer, the PTE software, will be able to detect that you are not speaking on topic. And if you are not speaking on topic, you will not get any marks at all. Yes, fluency is very important, your pronunciation is important, the pace at which you speak is very important, but it doesn't mean that what you say is not important. So instead of risking your PTE exam thinking that it doesn't matter what you say, spend some time properly understanding how to give good responses to images, retail lectures, etc. It's not that difficult if you follow proper methods, and if you follow step-by-step strategy, you can do that. So if someone says in speaking it doesn't matter what you say, they are lying to you. It matters, and it matters a lot. The second big rumor is this particular question type contributes maximum marks, or this question type contributes a lot of marks. So from time to time you will come across these charts, these Excel sheets that people have made, which will show which question type contributes how many marks. That right from dictation it contributes a lot of marks, and some other question type it doesn't contribute that many marks. The truth is, no one really knows exactly how much a particular question type contributes, because PTE Academic, Pearson, they don't talk about the weightage that they give to a question type. I'll explain to you what this means. So for dictation, for example, they might give a weightage of 2 to each question, and for repeat sentence they might give it a weightage of only 1. So even if the repeat sentence questions, there are a lot of them in number, but they might still on the total add up as much as right for dictation, because their weightages are different. So because no one knows what these exact weightages are, and how the algorithm normalizes the scores, and what else it does, it's very difficult to say which question type contributes how much, how many marks to your overall score. You can get some idea, you can get an idea of how the score is distributed within that particular question, but you should not plan your PTE exam based upon any such Excel sheets which tell you how many marks you can get from a question type. You should pay equal attention to all question types, and you should try to do your best equally on all question types. Don't think that, yeah, I will only pay attention to this particular question type because it looks easy and it contributes a lot of marks. Again, people, share this kind of material because they want to look like they are experts. But this is entirely wrong. The other rumor is again on internet, on Facebook, on different websites. You will hear some people say, use this template for full marks. Or they will say, I've always used just this template and I always get, full marks in this writing or whatever. It might be true for that person because he knows how to use that template properly. Okay? But if you think that just taking one template and using it everywhere will get you full marks, again, you are mistaken. This is very wrong. Why? First, because the type of questions that you will get, even if you get two essays, they will be of different types. So using the same template or using a similar template for both will make your essays not look that good. Second, a lot of people, when they try to fit their essay, fit their response in a particular template, they end up making a lot of mistakes. So, yes, keep some templates ready for the worst case, but even better, learn how that particular template is structured. What are the different parts of that template? So, in the exam, even if you don't use the full template, you can use the part of the template which best suits that particular question. Okay, so don't go into the exam thinking that yes, I've taken this particular template from that website and it will get me full marks. It will not. Your own understanding, your hard work, how much you truly understand that template, that will get you full marks. This is the fourth one, a very silly rumor that I've seen going around. People say, don't use backspace or delete button when you are writing. Now, this is absolutely stupid. You can use backspace, you can use delete. Pearson has spent millions developing their test software, and it is not so dumb that it will think that a backspace or a delete button, if you press it once or if you press it 100 times, it's a mistake. So they are not tracking all of this. They are basing your response only on what you submit. So your marks are determined only based upon what you submit, not whether you use 5 backspaces, whether you use 10 backspaces. So don't worry about this. This is entirely wrong. Don't pay any attention to this. Next, the fifth rumor, again, this is related to speaking. A lot of people will say, speak as fast as you can. They make it sound like speaking is a test of your speed. This is, again, absolutely wrong. Sometimes, if you speak too fast, then your response, it will not come across that good. What is the right pace or the right pace? What is the right pace or the right speed? That varies from person to person. Some of us sound very good when we speak very fast. Others sound very good when you speak slowly or when you speak at a moderate pace. Your goal here in your preparation is to understand what's the right pace at you. You have to identify a pace at which your pronunciation, at which your accent, it becomes, as neutral or as close to natural as possible, right? If you are struggling with pronunciation, you're struggling with accent, right? Some words, they always come out wrong, when you speak them. Then try to vary your pace. Sometimes when you speak fast, your accent, it improves. Sometimes when you speak slower, your accent improves. So saying that, you should only try to speak as fast as you can, this is wrong. If you think in your exam you spoke slowly and that's why you lost your marks, then you need to assess how you sound when you speak slowly. Okay, don't just think that it means that now I have to speak very fast. No, maybe you have to speak at a moderate pace. So try to understand that. The sixth rumor, now a lot of websites which are selling these repeated questions. Now God knows where most of them get their repeated questions from and what's the truth of these websites. But a lot of them will say Pearson released new questions on 18th March or Pearson released new questions on 23rd September and we have collected all the questions, new questions, and they are in our question bank. Absolutely wrong. They are lying to you. Why? First of all, Pearson will never announce, do you see anywhere on their website or in any news anywhere that we have now released new questions and we'll only be testing on these new questions? They don't release these things. Pearson is $1 billion company. Even if you take all the PTE and IELTS preparing websites and coaching centers together, right, all over the world, they will still, all of them, they will still be smaller compared to Pearson. Okay, so if someone says, we have maybe some people inside Pearson who give these questions to us, they're again lying to you. It's not possible. And at best, the correct version of this is Pearson from time to time, maybe every day they release some new questions. Okay, but there's no way of knowing how many questions they release. There's no way of knowing when they release this. So if you hear some people saying that Pearson released these new questions on this date, don't worry about it. Ignore them. They're just trying to sell their question bank to you. They're just lying to you. So don't pay any attention to them. The final rumor. Now again, this is very silly. I have had people sending emails to us asking that shall I give my PT exam on Tuesday or shall I give my exam on Thursday, because I've heard that it has easier questions on this particular day of the week. Again, absolutely random and there's no truth to this. The exam draws from a central question bank your questions, and the question bank is the same on all the days. So there's the same probability of getting easy or difficult questions on any given day of the week. Also related to this, a lot of people, they say the exam is simpler, in this particular test center or in this city, and it's difficult in that particular center or in that city or that country. Again, this is wrong. Everything comes from a central questions database, and that is same across all over the world and on all days of the week. So don't worry about which day of the week you should give your exam on. So these are the 7 rumors, the most that I've heard of, the most popular ones. Don't pay attention to these. These are people who just want to come across as experts. They want to make you a bit insecure so that you buy their course or so that you buy their question bank. The only guaranteed way of getting a good score is studying the 20 question types properly, develop a method, follow that method, clear your concepts, and then get some good practice. That's the only sure shot way. Don't pay attention to anything else. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you found this useful, we release new PT videos every week, so do subscribe to the channel, please. If you have any questions for us, leave it in the comments box. And if you haven't done so already, go to sureway-english.com and start your free PTE course. A lot of useful material for you there. All the best. I'll see you very soon in the next video.